core doesn't get too much underfoot.
They got condoms on the desk. Too much what? Too much what under her foot? Too much what? What? What's oh, what they doing? All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? If it was any longer, the nose would be protruding out. I'm like, dang, you know, they straight up saw us land. So they should be like mag shear. Alright, you know what? I do need some guns and stuff for the weapon rack. Okay, that's like one shot. What's up with the Star Wars music? Go ahead, take your helmet. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the Star Wars music. Was that outside? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do the whole universe jumping stuff, because it's like you lose all your all your equipment, you lose everything, all of it. And then like in the second jump, like your crew members and stuff is like it ain't even consolation no more, you know. Varun spacesuit. You was right by it. Alien Starfeild. Okay. This weapons workbench.
Good to see you.
I had my doubts about you initially. Boy, did you prove me wrong. You are a machine is what you are. Well, criminals beware. The reward, all yours.
Alright, let me get the false positives. Well, this whole game is false.
You heard of the Elios retreat? Supposed to be some new agent.
Yeah, boy, you know I'm using mad cheats, homie.
Please be careful with Mr. Wilson. I have a feeling he's just looking for an excuse with me. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. We're done here. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something's going on. I'd really appreciate it.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now. So unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Well, ain't that just about the... Oh, that's rich. She hacks into our system, sets up her damn tech against my explicit instructions, and I'm the one screwing around? She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. Yeah, well, we'll get to that once we figure out what's going on. Now, I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You want to join me? Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. What? All right, you ready to head out there? Well, you certainly brought enough enthusiasm for the both of us.
Oh, man.
Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers. What in the hell? This is one of our security bots. Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta? Why in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming.
What's that noise?
You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. Now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? Keone is a pain in the ass, but this was messing with her precious data. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think so. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
Ranger.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an ash de buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's all right, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there. Oh, no. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down. I was just trying to make life easier for Davis.
You're not going to talk your way out of this, Bailey.
Can you steal her outfit?
Something to report? You ever hear the one about the orphan and the platypus?
The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much. Not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, might prove useful.
Gear looks green, ready to land.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet you'll find plenty here to catalogue. I can't believe I'm here. It feels like walking into a dream. Thank you. Right now, I feel like I need all the help that I can get. Phew. Okay, so let me get my bearings for a moment. Yes, this looks correct. Those rock formations nearby look familiar. My old campsite shouldn't be far. Yes, exactly. Since most of my gear was destroyed, I depended on those landmarks to orient myself while I was stranded. Once we get to the campsite, we'll use that as a starting point to search for the cruise shuttle wreckage. Let's go. Well, this is it. This is the spot where I spent close to a year waiting for rescue. Not exactly Paradiso, is it? It was difficult and painful, but it kept me alive. It was home. Look at this thing. It's been sitting here rusting. I think we need to grab an emergency power cell to get the ship's computer up and running. That's an excellent point. I hadn't taken degradation into account. I'm glad I brought you along. When I was stranded, I set up a distress beacon powered by emergency power cells. The beacon was up there on the plateau. I guess it's time to start climbing.
And if you think Sara Morgan's going, you know, what's her name is even worse. They was level 100. Got some tough armor. Level 100. All right.
where the other shuttle went down. I can't believe our plan worked. Yeah, I suppose you're right. The telemetry data puts the wreckage out of range to hike. We're going to have to head back to the ship and land on a different part of the planet. Let's get going. Oh, look at this view. I might have had more time to appreciate the beauty it has to offer. This is what's left of the cruise shuttle. But it looks like parts were scavenged and dragged somewhere else. Could there have been survivors?
Canopy.
Stop. I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my god. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way.
Hey, it
Both
looks
of
like
you,
Sarah
just
Cole.
go. Yeah, sure. Try and trick me. No. No way. I'm not getting fooled again. Forget it.
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened here.
See? You're not nice at all. I knew it. You're a liar. That's all grown-ups do is lie.
Sorry. I was wrong to get so angry. We are here to help you. And we promise to tell the truth.
I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. Why should I listen to you? The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie. Go ahead.
You were born here. Hold on. Oh my god. Your parents, your mum and your dad, what were their names?
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. You're their daughter. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the
You know,
Daughters.
she worked for Constellation the
Commander
whole
Sara
time
Morgan.
and didn't do this
Sara
herself.
Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you. My parents told me she was in command of their ship in a huge battle. They said she was a hero and the bravest person they ever knew. Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead. My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me here now. All by myself.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. What a lovely name.
What?
Sona, you mentioned a graveyard. Is that where the crew is, you know?
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on them.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to talk to my friend here a minute, okay?
Okay, Sarah.
Phew. I don't even know where to begin. Whew. Yeah. That's probably good advice. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces Sona mentioned. I'm hoping they're my crew's gene tags. Good. Just be careful. Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile life forms that have claimed the graveyard as their territory.
That's crazy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, take the tags. I guess giving the family some closure. Yeah, this the 1-inch punch, this is shotgun. Alright, you two finish fingering each other.
No! How many times do I have to say it? I said I don't want to go! Leave me alone!
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison.
Oh, that's the plan's name is Jemison?
Can you talk to her? I know. I'm not proposing we knock her out for God's sake. Look, maybe you can talk some sense into her. Help her make a decision. I'm sorry, I can't do this right now.
I can hear you talking about me, and I don't care what either of you say. I'm not going anywhere.
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here.
Sarah was sitting on her face, having her,
just talk to her, please?
Eat her out. Hold on, let me take this skill magazine. Thank you. Excellent.
Why won't Sarah listen to me?
Ooh.
doesn't make a lot of sense. She's only known about me for a little while. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it? Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but, well, it's also kind of scary. It would be hard to leave the only home I've ever known. Well, I've always dreamed of finding a place that's safe from the monsters. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. Even though they're dead, I don't want to abandon them. Hey, yeah. Maybe I could get a cool ship just like yours. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I know you and Sarah are just trying to help. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay out of the way until we get, well, wherever we're going.
2 lollies, 1 ship.
That poor girl. I hope we've made the right decision.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I do hope that's true. We're ripping Sona from
Yeah,
the only home
forget
she's ever
about
known
it.
and casting her back into society. It's going to be difficult for her to adjust to the changes.
Living in a society.
Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time. Please.
Man, you be checking on it.
Thank you. Look, before we leave
Cassiopeia.
behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the overlook we passed on the way here? I promise it won't take long. Let's go. Look, before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you how much of an amazing gift this has been. You had to push me to come out here. And if I hadn't have listened to you,
You was doing the
universe would
pushing.
probably have never
Don't
known
even
about
play
that
it. Like every time we landed somewhere, it was like, oh, I want to speak to the admiral. Oh, I want to go to Cassiopeia.
It's been a long journey,
Man.
and I'm glad it's over. You know, this is the second time I've been on this world. And until this very moment, I never stopped to reflect at just how magnificent it was. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here, exploring the stars. Worlds upon worlds, just waiting to have their beauty discovered. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes, wider than they've ever been opened before. And it's all because of you. Perhaps. I suppose we'll both have to think about that for a while now, won't we? Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye to Cassiopeia once again. This time, under much happier circumstances. Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan and figure out what we're going to do with Sona.
How we're going to do, Sona. It gets ya. Get your Sona fan art ready. Ooh, even though Cora and Sona look the same. Ooh.
Yes?
Excuse me.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not killing anymore. Welcome back. Did you find your answers?
Not only that, but we found someone there, alive. A child born from 2 of the crew that survived the crash. after her parents died. That poor girl spent years surviving on that hostile world, alone. We abandoned her, Admiral. We let her down.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known? Yes, of course. I think we can all agree that this was another unfortunate circumstance of the Colony War.
What you'd call an unfortunate circumstance,
Oh my
I
gosh.
call a tragedy.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. It is a tragedy. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of
she
these
way
men
too
and
emotional.
women will never be forgotten. I'll see to it personally.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Poor thing's waiting for us at the lodge.
Yeah, you know, the most bazoring quest line in the game.
Much as I'm...
Fuck. There you are. I was wondering when you'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. I think I like it. I don't know yet. It's all really new to me.
You'll fit in just fine. You're one of the smartest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Exactly. And don't worry. At the rate you're growing, it won't be long until you're grav jumping to unexplored star systems on your own ship.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War.
Oh my goodness.
I want to pay my final respects.
Oh.
We're excited to find you. He left this note.
Three Pierces. Alright, you finish.
All these people. I
Yeah.
wonder how close I came.
Uh-huh.
I am proud.
Mm-hmm.
And I care about you too. There's obviously some kind of a connection between us that I think we need. Just let me have another. It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy. From one explorer to another, I'll take that as a compliment. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. Good, because I have a lot to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Maybe. But for how long? I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. Bad luck. I seem to run into a good bit of that these days. Right now? Are you talking about Constellation? Or what exactly are you saying? Ha! Sorry, I just need a moment to gather my thoughts. I know you want to have a serious relationship. You want to become close. So, if you're willing to take that leap of faith with someone like me, then I'm ready to do the same. You're something truly special.
Finally.
You know that? You've helped me conquer my self-doubt, my confidence.
Always
Hell,
pushing for Cassiopeia
everything.
and this, that, whatever.
For the first time in my life, I feel complete. And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always. There's something I need to talk to you about. I received a message from my mother a few days ago. She's returned from another one of her sightseeing cruises. Why would you be... Oh, I see. We never talked about this, did we? The truth is that my mother lives in a fairly remote location, so we rarely speak to one another. Good. When I say that to most people, they look at me like I'm crazy. I don't think they realize how much control parents can exert on your life, especially when their dreams conflict with your own. Oh, I'm certain they felt they were doing the right thing. You see, both of my parents were diplomats working under the flag of the UC Administrative Division. After I completed my basic education, they signed me up for a one-year apprenticeship in their department, without bothering to ask. Look, I was 18 years old, fresh out of school, and I idolized my parents. I'm certain they felt they were doing what was best for their daughter. Who was I to argue? Wanted isn't the right word. Demanded would be more appropriate. For my apprenticeship, I was sent to Sidonia. My job consisted of drafting political policies and arbitrating trade disputes. The silver lining of the job was that it allowed me to spend time exploring every square inch of Mars. I was swallowed by it. Months before the apprenticeship ended, I dumped my diplomatic certification and joined the UC Navy. Of course, my parents didn't approve. We had a huge argument that resulted in all ties being severed between us. Well, that wasn't the worst of it. You see, my father was killed during the opening shots of the Colony War. I returned to Jemison for the funeral and reunited with my mother. After that, we vowed to stay in touch. You're right. I should have. Oh, I'm so grateful that I have you in my life. You have no idea what your closeness means to me. Listen, I'm going to be completely upfront with you. All this talk of family, it makes me wonder where our own relationship stands. You mean that? You'd do that? For me? I've been dreaming about this moment and still, I don't know what to say. Yes, yes, of course. Yes. I just need a little time to think about the ceremony. I have some thoughts about how we should move forward. You know, I used to dream about finding the love of my life. And here you are. All I ever needed was you, right here beside me.
Alright,